Hey everybody, it's Party Elite. Welcome you back to another session of our Suzerain live streamed playthrough. Hope you're having yourselves a wonderful start or middle or end to your Fridays, depending on, where you are in the world. And I hope you've had a wonderful week behind you and a wonderful weekend ahead of you. We have a very, very excited session ahead of us today. I think it's gonna be some fun times. It's gonna be some fun times because that's not the only person we gave the finger to last session, buddy. That's an excellent way to put it. That is an excellent way to put it. We're set up for some interesting events today. I think we're going to see some very interesting events today as far as it pertains to both internal and external conflicts. But before we get into all of that, I just want to give a warm welcome to all of y'all who are hanging out in chat already. We got Nedas, we got Thomas, we got Natalie P, Classified, Bewitched, Phantom, David, how's it going, all of y'all? Omkar J, Jazzy B, Amar Chaturvedi, Sant Gens, Sergio LP, Ivilos Letkov, Ren K1124, how's it going, everybody? We got Marcus, we got Don Strikes Back, we got E, we got Spindle. How y'all doing, you wonderful people? Having a good day, I hope. See a lot of good mornings. Time for nuclear arms race. I don't think I want to get into that race. I think we'll lose that one. I think we've already lost that one, actually, if I'm completely honest. Wouldn't be surprised if Roomberg is rocking some nukes. We know Arcasia is, right? I wouldn't be surprised if that technology has already proliferated. I believe is the word folks like to use. And hey, that's why that Discord ping is there. Don Strikes Back. Again, I should just mention really quickly right off the bat, folks, if you ever feel like, oh man, I missed a stream, oh man, I'm late, if any of that ever applies to you, if you join the Discord, link in the description, I do give updates. I do kind of announce when a stream is about to go down, just as a reminder and whatnot. And, it's a great way to avoid missing it, I guess. Ease, how's it going, buddy? Hannibal OP, how fares? Dan Bob. David B, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to miss you. I apologize. I do apologize also if I sound a little out of it. I got my shot yesterday, and everything's great, everything's fantastic. Just a little bit of just the slightest bit of arm soreness. It's not that bad or anything, but oh man, I feel sleepy. Now that might have to do with the fact that I don't sleep very well anyway, so it might just be like my regular sleep deprivation. But damn, yesterday I went to bed at like 10:30 p.m. I kept waking up in the middle of the night, so like I have like 4 hours of sleep scattered throughout the night, and I'm just ready for bed. But we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna go to war while we've been hit by a dose of that drowsy, I guess. But yeah, no, fantastic stuff. Let's go ahead and hit that resume button. Halthor, how's it going, buddy? Glad you can make it today. Apples, how fares? Avron, bonjour to you as well. Bonjour. Man, I could go for some bonbons right now. Nobody's dropping the Discord link. What a wild morning. I know, indeed, Natalie. What a wild morning. Well, there's Jazzy B. There's Party Bot. Beauty. Man, that chapter name always scares the crap out of me. If I remember correctly, Roomberg has been developing nuclear weapons. Yeah, I mean, we might be fine. We might be fine, Sankens, but I'm certainly concerned as well. Yeah, Classified, that's the chapter name, checkmate. It's best time to fight a war is when one is drowsy. Yeah, you don't feel the pain coming through, right? But yeah, do check out that Discord link in chat, and Bewitched Phantom dropping that website link as well if you want to check out the website that I launched, what was it, last week now, I guess? Lots of cool merch and swag and games and stuff you can pick up over there. I joined the Pfizer Force, Omkar J. Pfizer Force for me. Alright, let's go ahead and get into things. So, what happened last session? Quite a bit went down. So, let's start with the bad news. Let's start with the rough stuff, right? One of our planes got shot down up along the Roomberg Sordland border. Sorry. It was a bother. Now, they actually invaded our airspace as well. We're not at war with Roomberg, but these are all acts of war, of course. So they invaded our airspace around Halgan, if I recall correctly, which was problematic. And at the same time, presumably, they shot down one of our planes in the area on our side of the border. So that, you know, I don't think I have to say that's an act of war. That's an act of war. But you know how it works, right? Border skirmishes. It's like, oh, oops, and oh, you were in our airspace, and so we shot it down. But we have proof that we weren't in your airspace. But you know, what are we gonna do about that? As David Danila comes through with that super chat. Thank you very much, buddy. Watch how you deal with United Kontana. Yeah, it's gonna be scary. It is going to be scary, but thank you very much for that super chat. Makes things a little less scary. Really helps support the channel, really helps support the streams, keeps it all sustainable. Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate it greatly. Right off the bat here today as well. I forget that Covishield is the alternate name, isn't it? There's a it's a I forget what the two names are for Covishield. We already shot that horse with United Kontana. Yeah. Who knows if there's more dealings to come, though. But more on that in a moment. So, they shot down one of our airplanes. We had an emergency meeting in the middle of the night with in our war room, which was pretty cool. So Yosef, the tow man, and Vulcan, I believe his last name is Kruger, or something that just literally like basically means war, right, or warrior or something. They were both kind of like, we should retaliate. But of course, David Whiskey, our foreign affairs minister, and our new vice president, and ourselves, we were kind of like, well, maybe escalating the situation against a superior military force is not the right idea. And while Yosef cooperated, Yosef was like, okay, fine, what do we do instead? We're going to have I believe we're having a military parade, if I recall correctly. They were all for a military parade. While Yosef was on board with that and he accepted that, you know, escalation and retaliation are maybe not the best idea, fine, Kruger was not pleased. Kruger was not pleased with that decision there, and he was kind of being a huffy little child, but, you know, I expect nothing less from him. So that's how we dealt with this situation. We also allowed the folks from United Kontana to come meet us. Now, the reason why I position it that way is because United Kontana, just as I said last session, I'm going to say it again, just as I said it last session, I'm going to say it again this session, United Kontana and Arcasia, they both need us, right? We have one card. We have one card to play, and that is our strategic location. We are right in between the two of them. We have stayed non-aligned. I intend to stay non-aligned. Now, from United Kontana, we had, what's his name? Malinier, or I forget his name now. That's how unimportant he is to me. He came through to visit, and we snubbed him, right? Because he was making some unreasonable requests. He was asking for us to basically betray Agnolia, our allies, and I'm not about to do that. I may be many things, but a man lacking principles I am not. So we denied him that. We ended things in, you know, friendly enough terms, I would say. And that's all the major bad stuff that happened. At least I'm sure there's more minor bad stuff that happened, but those were the big ones. Those were the big ones. Now, the good stuff. Well, actually, I guess it was one more bad thing, but it gets quickly counteracted by the good stuff, which is that our budget actually hit -6. Our economy recollapsed. Our budget hit -6. We were able to bounce back a little bit. We're up to now -3. So better than we actually were at the beginning of last session, which was -4. So, you know, not bad, not bad. But yeah, our economy, unfortunately, is in shambles once more. So, I mean, is that really good news? I guess at least the budget's looking better. Otherwise, there have been some interesting things as well, minor developments with regards to... There were a couple of interesting bills that were passed last session. The ultra-conservatives tried to make prostitution illegal, and we shut that bill down. There was another bill to make domestic abuse illegal. We made that happen. But there was another bill that didn't even get to our table because the assembly shut it down, which was interesting. And there was another women's rights bill that the assembly shut down, which is pretty cool. And as I determined from chat, that's not a very common thing to happen, which is pretty cool to see, you know, in action. Marcus, sounds good, buddy. We'll be here when you get back, I hope. Yeah, Ivalo, exactly. Well put. The man wanted to create the Sordland missile crisis, for sure. That pipe guy, exactly. That's the guy I was talking about. Need a casus belli to go to war with Roomberg? We already have a casus belli, technically. They invaded our airspace and they shot one of our planes down. That's arguably enough of a casus belli. Though again, we're trying to take the diplomatic approach against Roomberg because while we have better technology now, we also have fewer numbers. And we've always had fewer numbers than Roomberg, and when I say better technology, I mean relative to our own past. Roomberg has better tech for us than us for sure. For sure. Saketh, how's it going, buddy? Glad you can make it today. Having a good day, I hope. Was it ever not in shambles? I mean, that's true, Classified. That's true. That's a good point. Yeah, you know, it's fine. It's fine. We did manage to get it up to like 6 or 7 or something, didn't we? We managed to get it up there in the last session. It dropped right back down. Yeah. Yeah. But hey, I'm sure we'll be fine. Yeah, the military was not defunded. Correct. We did stop conscription, but we did not defund the military. We kept their funding as it was, and we used the money to modernize their equipment. I believe that touches on everything we did last time. I think I've given folks enough time to hop on in. So let's go ahead and, yeah, get... I wish I could nuke them from orbit. Drop those iron rods from our satellites that don't exist. I wish. Oh yeah, United Kontana also wanted us to stop doing any, like, deals or agreements with Arcasia, which, like, hello, those pocket radios were extremely important to our personal wealth, so... Evaluate. I mean, hey, I've been dropping them all through my presidency. Yeah, no, the space age has not yet quite happened, unfortunately. You might be in Bride of Total Defeat with Roomberg, but on the bright side... Oh, no, don't tell me, like, achievement names and stuff. That's not what others might classify as a spoiler, but you know I can kind of tell what that means. But let's hope I don't get that. Let's put it that way. All right, let's. I just need a quick sip of water over here, folks. Sorry, just woof, man. Oh dear, we're gonna make it through today. We're gonna survive. We're gonna thrive. Just give me a sec over here, folks. All right, let's do this. What's the situation at Hall Sword? Call with Evelyn Vector. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Of course. This is gonna be good. Theo, how's it going, buddy? A quick question, man. Is it Theo or Theo? I keep, like, flipping between the two, and, like, I never know for sure which one it is. And I'd love to know, because, you know, you come by so often, and I feel like I just get your name wrong, and it bothers me, personally. But, I mean, if you don't care, that's cool, too. But if you have a preference, let me know, and I'll try and, like, get it ingrained in my head. Nissar, whenever party's voice stops, I panic and check the connection. Nah, man, nah. Did you not hear what I said about yesterday? We're gonna have that smooth connection all the time now. I'm joking, obviously. I'm joking. All right. This is, just as a reminder, if people don't recognize the name, this is my ex-vice president's future ex-wife. They're going through a divorce. I'm fearing the worst because we have not heard from Peter ever since he was asked to resign. So I'm a little worried about this. Oh, by the way, we spoke to our son as well. That was neither here nor there. That was a very awkward conversation, having a phone call with our son. Though we did contemplate repealing everything we'd done for women's rights because we now had to, like, reheat gruel at home. Yeah. Again, I'm joking. But let's deal with this phone call here and see what goes down over here. Total War. Yeah, there's gonna be some skulls for the Skull Throne this session, I feel like. If not this session, the next session. Airspace Dispute. Dispute? Excuse me? Health or Peter having a rough year? Yeah, man, Peter's having a rough year. I really hope he hasn't. I hope he hasn't committed suicide. No. Theo. Okay, gotcha. Actually, your cat's name pick. Oh, okay. Nice. All right, Theo, I got it though. Thank you very much, buddy. There's Jazzy dropping those skulls. Yeah, man. Let's collect them. Natalie. Oh, no, I missed something here. I think I missed a pun, probably. This will be interesting. This will be interesting. Oh, new colors, I see. Peter can have multiple ends. Oh, interesting. I love the variety that this game has to offer, honestly. All right, let's do this. Midnight. I was in the living room watching the tail end of a news report when I heard the phone ring. I sighed and walked over to the phone, wondering who could be calling me this late. I picked it up. Hello? Who is this? I heard a soft voice from the other end. Hello, Anton? This is Evelyn. Sorry for calling so late. Is something wrong? Yes. No. I don't know, actually. Man, I try to like, I wouldn't call it voice acting. I wouldn't call myself good enough at it to call it voice acting. But I try to like, you know, get into like the characters and stuff like that because I feel like it builds the experience. But then the game throws something like this at me, and I'm just like, well, I can't not laugh now. Spit it out, woman. What's going on? Oh God. Oh, okay. All right. Let's talk. The thing is, I was supposed to meet with Peter today to hand him the signed divorce papers, but he didn't come to our designating meeting point. I figured he might have been too drunk to remember, so I went to the apartment he's been renting, but he wasn't there either. I asked around the landlord, the neighbors, his friends. No one knows where he is. Trust me, Anton, I couldn't be more excited to be rid of this man, but I can't close off this chapter of my life without his cooperation. Oh, man. Wow. He's probably just with some other girl. Come on, man. How could you be so cold? Who wrote this? Props all around. Oh my god. I love the writing in this game. Renke, yeah, it's getting me a little concerned, man. It is getting me a little concerned. Oh dear. This is the first time we've seen her portrait, is it? This might actually be, yeah. This might actually be, yeah. Probably with some other girl. Oh my god, I mean, oof. She's clearly over him. Yeah, 2 and 3 are both ice cold. You're absolutely right. They're both ice cold. I feel like saying I'm sure he'll turn up might be a... Oh my god. Might be the way to go here. As funny as this is. I'm sure he'll turn up. I don't know, Anton. He was in bad shape after your press conference. Can't you get your police contacts to look into this? Just to be on the safe side? Oh, dear. I mean, a missing person is a proper thing to use the police for. Right? And it's been more than 24 hours. Everyone's lost contact with him. He's not been seen by people who should have seen him, his landlord, his neighbors, his friends. This is cause for concern for sure. And I do think involving the police is the right thing to do. So, alright. If it'll give you peace of mind, I will. Thanks, Anton. That'd be great. Oh, I knew, by the way, about all his affairs. I'm so sorry I never came to you about it. I didn't really. I had a feeling. That's very different from knowing. You cannot accuse somebody of infidelity without knowing. And we knew, but we didn't know. You know what I mean? That's a tough one. Did I never have any idea that he was cheating on her? I did. Torn. Oh, Spindle, sorry. I just saw your request to be ice cold. Only party would worry about nepotism at a time like this. Yeah, of course, I had to run it through my mind. But, like, again, realistically, she should have gone to the police. She might not know that that's what she needs to do, or she might feel uncomfortable, or what have you. So, like, I can go to the police. It's a missing person, and he was my best friend through high school. And she might care less for him than I do at this point in time. Her desire to, like, meet him is purely functional, purely pragmatic, purely driven by this, like, paperwork that needs to be signed. I'm genuinely concerned for the man, right? Why do you have to say anything about what, Renke? It might not be so bad. He could have just defected to Roomberg with a load of state secrets. Oh, goddamn, Bob. I was like, who's he? Oh, right. No, dude, I think he's already given up all his state secrets to Roomberg. Oh, God. Yeah, I don't think I have any concrete evidence in the past until we got that tape. And at that point, his divorce was already happening, right? Why do I have to say anything? It's one of those things, right, where it's like, the character is still a ow, Jesus. Ow. Goddamn. Adjusting my chair, my arms like, no. Ow. It's one of those things where, like, the character is still a character, so the idea is, like, the character would say something about this, but how do you change what you say about this? I think he might have killed himself, Omkar, yeah. Or he's, like, skipped town. I think Evelyn, I mean, we've definitely met Evelyn and spent time with her. I don't know how I feel about, hold on a second, she's not the second lady anymore. That ain't right. She's the former second lady. 1953, she quit her job to support Peter Vector's candidacy. Yikes. I never had any idea he was cheating on you before this, by the way. You know I would have come to you about it. I don't know, the way the game's positioned, it makes me feel like I did know, and maybe it's just slipping my mind. Which is a possibility as well, you know. It's slipping Anton's mind. Yeah, Renke, for sure. I think sometimes they have to, like, egg you on like that. I'm sure you would have. Her voice sounded tired. Get some sleep, Evelyn. Goodbye. Rude. The line dropped. As I put down the phone, Monica sleepily approached with a glass of water in her hand. Who was that? Is everything all right? It was Evelyn. She said Peter went missing. She's my wife. She deserves to know what's going on. To my best friend and her friend's ex-husband. Missing? Drowning his sorrows, I wager. I'm surprised she still cares about him. Where's my option that says the truth, which is she doesn't. She just needs some paperwork signed. Okay, this was because like now I can't tell her the truth. This was like no, she doesn't care about him. She just wants that paperwork signed. I guess she was a good influence on him, sure. For a while. She made her way upstairs. Let's call Carl. Let's ask him about Peter. That's the middle of the night. I don't know if it'll give me an option to call at a later point in time. Missing persons report is a missing persons report, right? So call Carl to ask him about Peter. Natalie, I mean, hey, it's between me and my wife, right? It's okay. She wasn't around. I do love the response options that we get though sometimes, man. Elo Tree, we thought we saw him. That's just it. It's like that's what I'm trying to reconcile in my head. Like if I was really in this position, I don't know, man. It's a tough thing to try and figure out and reconcile because like we didn't know, right? And that's the kind of accusation which, if you're wrong, you could completely spoil a relationship, right? So it's too late now, obviously, because it turns out he was a cheater and she found out and all that kind of stuff. But like I'm trying to think about like, okay, well, did we know? Did I know enough to go to Evelyn and be like, hey, your husband's cheating on you? And I don't think I did, right? Yeah, that's true as well, Jazzy. Carl's probably used to night shifts. I don't think he'll mind this too much. I picked up the phone and dialed Carl's number. The phone rang for only a few seconds. Yes, Mr. President. Sorry for calling this late. Not a problem, sir. I only sleep for 3 15-minute intervals per night. My man. What can I do? I need you to find someone. As you wish. I heard the faint rustling of a notepad being opened. Who do you want found, sir? Peter. Peter Vector, the ex-vice president. As you command, I will report my findings shortly. Thank you for your help, as always. Have a good night. He hung up. I put away the phone and went down to the bedroom to get some sleep. As I was eating breakfast the next morning, the phone rang. Oh no, man, I don't need this news right to kick this session off. I picked up. It was Carl. Morning, Mr. President. Morning, Carl. I have some unfortunate news regarding Mr. Vector. His wedding ring, a half-empty bottle of pills, and a handwritten note were found on a bridge overlooking the Younger River. We surmise that he took his own life. No. Not Peter. I'm sorry for your loss, sir. Would you like to break the news to Mrs. Vector, or should I? I'll tell Evelyn. Thanks again for your help. Of course, sir. Carl hung up. With a heavy heart, I started thinking about what I would say to Evelyn. Man, damn. That's rough, man. That's rough. Like, say what you will about the person, but that's rough, right? Exactly, Bewitched. That's how I'm feeling inside. Feeling like that Vader? No, man. Did they find the body? I imagine they haven't yet found the body. I imagine they'll work on that afterwards. But I imagine the note also probably makes it pretty clear. I kind of wish I could ask what the note said as well. I would like to know what the note said. Oh, that's dark. That's too bad. Peter Vector, initials PV, XVP. I don't know what this has to do with anything, but I just noted, so I'm going to point it out. It lightens things, at least. He faked his death to be with Liv? Yeah. He's going, what, full what? Machiavelli? Oh, Halthor, yeah. That's his note. Hey, Evelyn. Turns out you don't need those papers signed, after all. Man, that's too bad. Classified. Oh, unfortunately, yeah, you just missed it. You just missed it. He, bottle of pills, a handwritten note, and his wedding ring found on a bridge overlooking the Younger River. The police surmise that he took his own life. We have not yet found a body. Oh my god, Jazzy B. Sad times. At least he went out as he lived, with a strong drink. Classified throwing up the ruined flag. Appropriate. No, I didn't expect the good ending for Peter there. I imagined there was the suicide ending and the not suicide ending, and perhaps an ending where he continues being our VP despite his decisions. And that's probably as bad as it can get, man. That is rough. That is rough. And now we have to talk to his ex-wife. Well, his widow, because they didn't technically divorce. Oh, I don't. Okay. Whew. Man, this is rough. Damn, man, this is rough. Former Vice President Peter Vector was found dead due to an apparent suicide. There's our update. Apparent suicide. Ooh, interesting word choice this game. Interesting word choice. Fizz George. Blood for the blood god. Too soon? Oh my. Yeah, I mean, damn, man. Okay, don't forget the skulls. The game does pull at the heartstrings, the music, the everything. Now we gotta deal with how the newspapers are gonna slander him on his way out. Folks, hit that like button for Peter. God, that's like the smarmiest way I've requested the like button. But for real though, I see we got about 50 people watching, but about 25 or so likes. If you've been enjoying the story, if you've been enjoying just hanging out, if you've been enjoying the live streams, leaving a like really lets me know. Whether you're watching live or you're watching the VOD, I look at the numbers after, after the live stream and then also after the VOD's been up for a while, just to get a quick understanding of what people are liking on the channel or what they're not liking. So it does make a difference. It does make a difference. Ex-widow, if we use his thumb after finding the body. I don't know if it works like that. Oh, man. Roomberg may have killed him and staged a suicide. There are options. There are options. Now, what is happening? Sordland today. Former Vice President's suicide confirmed. Following the scandal between former Vice President Peter Vector and President Rain's former secretary, Livia Suno, there had been reported rumors that the former VP had gone missing. Sadly, proof of Peter Vector's suicide has been confirmed. Vector's wedding ring, a half-empty bottle of pills, and a handwritten note were found on a bridge overlooking the Younger River. Livia Suno has not been seen since the scandal broke. There are rumors she escaped back to Roomberg. A private funeral is being held for the former vice president in Hallsword. Hang on a second. No, she hasn't been seen by the public, but that's because she's been imprisoned. Are they just assuming that she may have escaped? Nah, she is being held in Antel Rock Prison. Okay, good. Every time I read that, I want to watch The Rock. Every time I read the name of that prison, I want to watch The Rock. Blackhaven Times. Peter Vector commits suicide. Former Vice President Peter Vector has been confirmed dead by the Swordish police. His wedding ring, a half-empty bottle of pills, and a handwritten note were found on a bridge overlooking the Younger River. This sad news comes following the scandal between former Vice President Peter Vector and President Rain's former secretary, Livia Suno. Vector's family is holding a private funeral in Hallsword. Man. No, she didn't actually escape. Classified. Yeah. She did not actually escape. I already liked it, but for that transition, I would have liked it again. Oh, thank you, Natalie. Thank you. Pretty pleased with that one. Skulls for the River God. Yeah, I guess so. I'm sure there's Norskins who would find a parallel, right? What are we up to? I guess we're right back to Hallsword. Is this the funeral or? Yeah, it is. Let's read the report first. Evelyn Vector had notified us about Peter Vector not being able to be reached at Hallsword Police Department and sparing no efforts in looking for... What? Hold on. Okay. Evelyn Vector had notified us about Peter Vector not being able to be reached. The Whole Sword Police Department sparing no efforts in looking for him. What? That sentence makes no sense. I'm not the only one, right? According to the initial report, he couldn't be found in any of his properties in Sordland, and he was last seen traveling to Erlery. What is this from? This is weird timing. Peter Vectron's funeral. Peter Vectron has passed away, and we can honor him with a state funeral. A state funeral. Ooh. Ooh, that's awkward, isn't it? Is that not awkward for everybody involved? I don't think we have a note about Peter. Yeah, he was just kind of like our best friend, you know? We didn't need a note to remember that. Good point, though. I mean, a state funeral. It's probably going to end up costing a lot of money, isn't it? But no, for real, though, is that not awkward for everybody involved? It's like, because then you got like, the press. They were going through a divorce. He's a known adulterer. He was my homie, but he stabbed me in the back, man. He stabbed me in the back bad. Like, really bad. Like, literal, you know, the country might be in grave danger because of what he did levels of bad. He was the former VP, yeah. But he probably would have wanted a regular one. I don't know. I think he would have wanted a lavish one. I think he needs a regular one. We cannot have the press over here. Again, what's going to happen? The press is going to talk to his widow who wanted to be his ex-wife, and it's just going to be worse. It's just going to be really bad. And on top of that, I mean, as far as being a friend is concerned, he wasn't one, was he? In the end, man, I kind of took it personally the way he kind of screwed us, man. That was not cool. That was not cool. We're gonna go for a regular one. I see quite a few of you actually saying regular too. Yeah, it'd also not be nice to Evelyn, already suffering, you know, enough. Arrange a regular funeral. I think it's the right call. How high should my flag fly after his passing? As opposed to half-mast, you mean, is the implication I'm getting from that? Oh, man. For real, though. I mean, I guess we'd probably put up like flags at half-mast, but nothing beyond that, you know, nothing overly wild. Exactly, that too, Sergio. Like, we're in the middle of all of this, and we're going to have a state funeral for the ex-VP, and the press doesn't know that he shared state secrets. All the press knows is about the infidelity. It can get a lot worse. We'll attend a very personal, intimate funeral. Here lies Peter, a name fitting his act. Wait, I don't follow. What's wrong with Peter as a name? Or do you mean because he petered out? Three quarters mast? Yeah, I guess. Our convoy pulled up to the gates of the public cemetery in Erlery, Peter's hometown. Monica and Deanna were beside me in the car. I'm beside myself, man. My best friend just committed suicide. Hey! The news of Peter's death had hit Frank especially hard. Rather than attend the funeral, he had taken a few days off from school to have time to himself. Poor kid, man. Monica looked numb and empty. Deanna appeared to be deep in thought. But how did Uncle Peter die? Why won't anyone tell me? Monica looked like she was about to cry. It doesn't matter, sweetheart. She turned her head to look out the window, hiding her tears. Can't do a good old-fashioned group hug over here? I mean, Deanna's just deep in thought. My wife looks like she's about to fall apart. I don't think we saw anything about that, Sandkens. They've still been around. Oh, actually, they haven't said anything in a while, I guess, The Economist. Oh, I see. Saltpeter. God damn, I don't, Surely the press knows about the secrets being shared? Why else would there be numerous rumors of Livia escaping to Rumburg? Oh. Huh. That's a good point, Dambo. That's a good point. I'm gonna hug Monica. I think she definitely needs it. Whereas my daughter's okay. She's okay. She'll be fine. Never talks to me when she hits her teen years. I reached over to give Monica a hug. She hugged me back tightly. Papa, tell me the truth. Whoa, how old is this kid, man? She's in elementary school. Is she old enough to know? I think she's old enough to know. You'll understand when you're older. Oh, love that reply as a kid. Oh my god. Traumatized my daughter. God damn it. I don't know. I don't know. She's around 7. That's old, right? That's old enough. He fell. It was an accident. Does she have a right to know at this age to understand what depression means, to understand the true pits of sorrow? Is she too young for this? God damn, man. This game asks some serious questions. Yeah, it's a... Well, Spindle, calling this a white lie would imply that this is a bad truth. Talking to Deanna equals hard mode. I love it, Ivilo. It's so true. Tell her the problem is that the mom is there? No, I think she might be a little upset at me for telling her, yeah. But hey, she was upset at me for sending my boy off to military school, but he seems to have found himself there as well, right? I think I'll tell her. I think she's old enough to understand. Because okay, look, like all it takes is one kid. We've all been to elementary school, you know. It's like, hey, what happened to your dad's friend? It's like, oh, he fell. It was an accident. That's not what my dad's saying. My dad's saying, and the next thing you know, right? Like, look, that conversation sounds super familiar, doesn't it? My daughter ought to know, and she ought to hear it from me first. He killed himself, Deanna. Oh my god. This is good, you know. It's preparing me for parenthood in ways I wasn't expecting. So Dart just joined the Discord. Sounds good, buddy. Sounds good. How's it going today? Having a good day, I hope. And folks, again, if you're not in the Discord already, go ahead and join in. Link in the description down below, and perhaps also in chat if somebody drops the link. Kid gossip is cruel, man. No holds bar. Kids gossip. I'm gonna go ahead and say he killed himself, Deanna. Man, this makes me think about when I was in elementary school. When I shouted out in I think it was 4th or 5th grade, and we were coming up to Christmas, and I shouted out because we were having a conversation. I was having a conversation with somebody, and I said out loud, "Well, you know, Santa's not real, right?" And I said it so like matter of factly that like people took my word for it. That it's just like, oh, he's not just saying that because he doesn't know better. There was like, oh my god, why is he saying Santa's not real? I didn't realize how important Santa was to people, and I remember I made at least one person cry. I made a lot of people very upset, and the teacher actually took me aside to talk to me about not saying things like that, and I was so tremendously confused because I was like, but it's the truth though. Santa's not real, and I don't get it. Like, I don't get what the big deal is. It's a fun haha, like the Tooth Fairy, or I don't know, right? This makes me think about that because it's like, you know, if one kid believes one thing and another kid believes another thing, it's only a matter of time. I'm sorry, Thomas. Sergio, school flashbacks for PE. No, for real though. It's 100% true story. I think I might have made 2 people cry, but definitely one, and I can't remember now. It was so long ago. But yeah, it was a traumatic experience. They were friends. I didn't lose any friends or anything over it, but people were a little bummed out. Hey, it's a thing. Oh, I'm so sorry, Halo Tree. Coming here dropping truths. This story of yours explains so much about this playthrough. Oh god, Jesse, about why I'm so cautious about everything. I really hope I didn't say that out loud to a room full of children or something. If anybody's watching this live right now. Oh god. All right, sorry. Back on track. He killed himself, Deanna. But why? Anton, she's still too young. It's better to remember Uncle Peter by the way he lived, not by the way he died. I can't sugarcoat reality for her forever, Monica. The driver's window rolled down. Surge, coming through, baby! Saving the day! We have arrived, Mr. President. my deepest condolences. I know you and Mr. Vector were very close. Thank you, Serge. Serge went outside and opened our door. As soon as we stepped out, camera flashes went off. Evelyn Vector was waiting for us. Upon seeing her, Monica ran up to her and they hugged. Evelyn, I'm so sorry. How are you holding up? So. It's hard to play the bereaved widow knowing the kind of man he really was. But still, we were married almost 20 years, Monica. And the way he died, it's just too sudden. They hugged once again. Evelyn wiped her tears and patted Deanna on the head before turning to me. Hey, Valo, Serge gets promoted to assistant vice president when? Honestly. My driver is legitimately best asset, the king. Honestly. Real life spoilers. I'm sorry, Spindle. My bad. Sorry, guy. I hope not. Patted Deanna on the head. It's so patronizing, or I guess matronizing. I don't know. Patted Deanna on the head before turning to me. I think... damn, I don't know. I can't believe he's gone, I guess is... Restore the kingdom and hail Surge. Surge the first, yeah. He should surge to power. I know there's nothing either of us could have done, but I still can't help feeling responsible for this. Ooh. I do know what she means, though. I feel responsible for this, but like, damn, man. He kind of made his choices, right? I know what you mean. Ellen swallowed hard. Her eyes filled with resolve. Alright, let's go. The four of us, Evelyn, Monica, Deanna, and I, took our places in front of the Vector and family plot. The crowd was sparse. Peter hadn't had many friends left by the end. His father and brothers lifted the coffin on their shoulders and brought it to the grave. The priest completed his ceremony. It was time for me to make a speech. Man. At least this is an easy decision to make. Today, we mourn Peter Vector, the fourth vice president of Sordland and... my brother. Our bond was not a bond of blood. It was something stronger. It was a bond of friendship and camaraderie. God's word says no man can be perfect, and Peter was certainly no exception. We drank together, cried together, laughed together, fought together, and he drank alone a little bit too. He was there with me from the very beginning. He swore he would support our cause until the end. Well, he swore it, but he didn't live up to it, did he? He's not the great person. God's word says no man can be perfect, and Peter was certainly no exception. Goddamn, that sound. It's just like, it's so difficult. It's like it sounds like the softest way to say like we don't approve of what he did. 2 makes it sound like, yeah, man, whatever. So he slept around, whatever. It's all good. You know what I mean? He's not a bad guy. He's spilled some state secrets. He's okay. 3 maybe is it's between 1 and 3. You know, 2 seems a little too forgiving. You know. I feel like 1 is like, I don't think 1 is necessarily cruel. Dead Knight, to your point, I don't think it's necessarily cruel, but I'm sorry, I just glanced up to Jazzy B's message. On a lighter note, the agricultural zone finished a while ago, so the food at the funeral should be good. My God, man. Halthor, you don't pat grown-ups on the head. That's just weird. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, unless you're doing it condescendingly, like, you know, let sleeping dogs lie. But this dog is far from sleeping. He might be dead, but the press is, you know, that's not how that works in a life of politics, unfortunately. God's word says no man can be perfect, and Peter was certainly no exception. Despite his unconscionable actions towards the very end of his life, I choose to remember him as he was. Though we did not always see eye to eye, I owe Peter everything. I would be president if not for him. That's sweet. We must all remember him not at his worst, but for the good deeds he has done. 3 is good too. Yeah. We must all remember him not at his worst, but for the good deeds he has done. Never before Sordland had a vice president like Peter. Never again will it. God, I should hope so. God, I should hope so. When will I play the beloved PB? Is that PB as in Phantom Brigade? That'll be back on Tuesday again. Let's put the fun back in Funeral. I'm dying. Oh my god. I feel like number one is also a rallying cry, right? Like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm saying this and doing this, but it's also a political move. You know what I mean? You're headed out in Historic. Sounds good, buddy. I hope the meal is delicious, and maybe you'll make it back before we're done today, but thanks for dropping by. Enjoy that dinner. 3 days ago, everyone on the Suzerain Reddit was screaming to the developers for some kind of DLC for either Roomberg or Voxland. Okay, that would be interesting. Man, Suzerain has legs. The devs deserve props. Suzerain has legs, and I would love to see them run, so to speak. The past is the past. We must always look to the future. That's what he would have wanted. I was tempted to do 3, Ted, but I'm really worried. That it's going to be spun by the press. We, unfortunately, in the life of politics, you always have to worry about the press. Farewell, brother. You will be missed. See, a little bit of politics, a little bit of personal. Yeah, see? Blend it. Don't say morning, you know what I mean? Amid the applause, I went back to join Monica and Deanna. Is applauding a funeral? Is that? As I walked past Evelyn, she mouthed the words, "Thank you." The priest's voice cut through the silence. Everyone joined in the prayer he was chanting. Looking at the coffin, I shuddered. The coffin started to be lowered into the grave. I had known Peter for almost 30 years. The time we spent together flashed back before my eyes. The good memories and bad ones, all of it. It didn't matter anymore. He was gone. I felt a tug on my left arm. Are you crying? Surprised, I checked my face. My eyes were wet. Yes. She hugged my leg. Come on, Deanna. Let's go. The coffin was fully lowered, and the tombstone placed. The crowd began dispersing. Leave a bottle of whiskey on the grave. Earlery, 30-year-old. His favorite. I stayed there by myself for another half hour. The sun finally set after painting the sky blood red. Holy crap, man. That was really good. That was really good. Wow. Wow. That was really good. That was really well written. And I think it was important for Deanna to know that I was crying. I know I kind of made that decision without contemplating it like I usually do, but it's one of those things for me of just like, it's important to know parents have their soft spots as well, right? And to let a child know that it's okay to be upset at times. Holy crap, man, that was well written. That was well written. And I was thinking the same thing, The Witch Phantom. I was like, painted the sky blood red for the blood god, of course. Holy, that was a session. that was a funeral. Sorry, time to fund the Peter Resurrection program. Honestly, I don't know. I think we did find the body. Actually, I think we did find the body, and that would be a smooth pun, Natalie. Indeed. Looking at the coffin, we saw a coffin. Indeed, indeed. Imagine if Peter just jumped out of the coffin and went, ta-da! Yeah, you've been punked! Oh, the camera crew comes out. Peter's actually, was it Ashton Kutcher was the host of Punked, right? Alright. The Hall Sword Post. Vice President's private funeral held. The Reign government has today announced that former Vice President Peter Vectrin has passed away, and a private funeral will be held in his honor. The former VP was a deeply troubled man, and the Hallsword Post sends its thoughts and prayers to Peter Vectrin's friends and family. President Rain and Vectrin had been friends since they attended university together. Sadly, following his affair with the Runeberg spy, Vectrin has taken his own life. Okay, so the press does know about the spying. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, I was a little uncertain earlier, but you pointed out in chat as well. I was like, right, I guess they do know. Oh, rough. Okay, what's up next? Late night at the Rain household. This is a lot of family stuff today, isn't it? A lot of family stuff. Also, I saw somebody ask how many endings are there. I actually don't know, Saketh. I just know that there are many. There are so many variables. Things can go in a multitude of different ways. And it's a gradient of endings, really. Turn him into a super soldier against Runeberg? Yeah, man. We find him packed in ice somewhere downriver. God. I'm not surprised, Thomas. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. I'm sure there's alternative endings for him as well. Kontana is interesting. But, they're made up of several formerly competing nations. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunities to explore other storylines for sure in this universe. They've made a very nice a very nice world to develop more stories in. I need another drink of water here, folks. I apologize. Losing my voice very often today. It had been a while since Peter disappeared from our lives. I still found myself thinking of jokes he'd find funny or wanting to tell him what had happened at my last meeting. But the grief was beginning to fade. Monica visited Evelyn often at first, helping her process her mixed emotions. Eventually, Evelyn sold Peter's villa in Ervery and used the proceeds to travel the world, something she'd always wanted to do when she and Peter were together. Oh, don't know how I feel about that. Damn. For myself and Monica, though, life in the capital had to go on. And it did. After weeks of late nights, Monica, Ciara, and the Women's Rights Commission had succeeded in getting their bill to the Assembly. The result wasn't as comprehensive as they'd hoped for, but it was a good start. I was looking forward to celebrating with my wife. It had been hours since I'd gotten home, and she still wasn't there. I was dozing on the couch after yet another frozen TV dinner when I heard the key turn in the lock. Monica stumbled into the hall. Oh no. Honey, I'm home. Oh no, what do you mean by stumbled into the hall? Alright, little kiss. Are we gonna get a whiff of alcohol here? I feel like this is a setup for that. Dan Bob, I thought you were implying imagine a future where where like this game is set in the Mass Effect universe, and I was like, wait, what? But yeah, that would be pretty cool if like your actions are set like the sequel is set like 10 years down the line and your save file carries over. That would be really sick, Dan Bob. Absolutely. Halthor, yeah, Evelyn hit the jackpot. Yeah, and a funeral is so much cheaper than a divorce. And, you know, faster, I guess, right? I give her a little kiss. Her breath smelled like gin. Yeah. I was just having a few drinks with Ciara. I'm actually amazed any version of our bill passed, given how stacked the Assembly was against us. But of course, she wants to keep pushing for more. She hiccuped. So you decided to get juiced? You could have invited me to the celebrations. Oh, you would have found it boring. And somebody had to look after Deanna. Oh god. Just trying to see what I put you through all those years. I believe you're turning into a politician, Mrs. Rain. I'm not sure I like this side of you. I believe you're turning into a politician, Mrs. Rain. Get used to it, baby. I'm not going to stop until we get what we're asking for. True equality for all women in Sordland. Seriously, Anton, this is what I want to do. I've never felt so alive. I'm happy if you're happy. I mean, yeah, hug her. I mean, yeah, sure. Both of those work. I'm glad something good came out of these hellish years. That's a downer. You know, I don't want to poop on this party, right? I think giving her a hug is a. Are y'all trying to make something happen here? Because I see y'all in chat, and I mean, like, I'm not saying I'm trying to stop it from happening, but like I see where this is all going. Health, or one drunk dies, another one pops up. I'm thinking too. Let's give her a hug. Never felt so alive. All right. I pulled her into a hug, and she wrapped her arms around me tightly. Now all we have to do is make sure you stay in office. Oh God. And that's where the real politics begins. Ooh, oh, what a sly remark. Holy crap. With you by my side, how can I lose? Look, we talked about corn earlier. Let's see if we can make a conversation about Slaanesh happen. Monica smiled, took my hand, and wordlessly led me upstairs to the bedroom. Oh my God. But if you hit refresh, you should be good. Not back, somebody are saying. Okay, let's see what's going on over here. Good now, it's back, we're back. Refresh worked. Yeah, cool. I think like one packet basically missed. got dropped. Looking like we're okay now though. Hey, yeah, economy's crawling back up slowly. Good point. It's good, we're back. Went back a few minutes and it played. Good. We're back out, had a little spike. Yeah, I'm getting all green lights now. I got yeah, instructions unclear. You gotta just tap it a little bit at times, I find. Yeah. There was lag, but we're good now. Third refresher worked. Alright, cool. Lost a couple folks there, but hopefully they'll be back as well. Stream is not dead. We go on, and if you're having some trouble, hit that refresh button, folks, and you will be back. You will be back, and we'll be back, and everything will be fine. It's time for the rain rumble. Hell yeah. It's never too late for that joke, no. Though I guess after a politician just got poisoned, maybe it's a different kind of rumble. Future Disco, thank you very much for subscribing. Moon Elgi, thank you very much. Alvin Pablo Murtar, Jonathan Palayar, Brendan Powell, Gil, thank you all for subscribing. I was wondering if we'd have like 30 subs come through and I'd have to like quiet down the alerts there, but no. That's a fair number. That doesn't need quieting the alerts, I don't think. But yes, Moon Elgi, Alvin Pablo, Martyr or Martar, Jonathan Palayer, Brendan Powell, and Para Gil. Thank you very much for subscribing. Hope you're enjoying the show. Give me a second here, folks. I can hear that dump truck backing up. Hey, perfect timing. Wonder how Monica would feel about that statement. Yeah, I did, by the way. I saw somebody ask about... Oh, that wasn't asking me. Right. Sorry, Zach, I misread your question there. You're treated like you and Mrs. Rain, and it may behave itself. You mean, what, treat my internet? Monica got on board the rain train. The rain train? Oh my god, that's good. Blame the subflood for the lag spike. You know, it might actually, I wouldn't be surprised. It might actually be. Truck's late today. It is, right? I love how we're all growing familiar with its schedule. Yeah. All right. There's holy crap. There's a lot of notifications. Things are going down. Oh, there's a notification up over here as well. Okay. Let's read the reports first, and then we'll read the... Well, actually, you know what? I guess you read the news first with breakfast, and then you read the reports, you know, when you get to work. So let's read the news first. But yes, it was pointed out that our economy has at least recovered ever so slightly by 2 pips, which is promising. Hopefully we've given ourselves a buffer at least, right? So hopefully that'll work out for us. Alright, what's going on over here? Yeah, the economists haven't said anything in a very long time. Geopolitical, what's going on? Sordland creates peace line to avert war. Okay. Following Roomberg's demands for reparations from Sordland, the tensions have increased dramatically between the two countries. Yesterday, a Sordish warplane had been shot down by the Roomberg anti-air systems, and all of the pilots on board have been killed. As per the information from Roomberg, Sordish warplane has trespassed into Roombergian airspace, whereas Sordish military reports that the plane was inside Sordish borders when it was shot. The international community is unclear of the certainty of the reports from both sides. Thankfully, Sordish administration approached the incident calmly and established a peace line to avert war between the two countries. President Rain has been commended internationally for his efforts to de-escalate the situation and maintain peace. Alright, good. The international community might be, you know, kinder to us when war inevitably breaks out. That's good. Judah, how's it going? Yeah, better late than never, absolutely. Having a good day, I hope, though? Welcome, welcome. I guess so, Santkans. I guess so. That might be what's happening with the economists. They've been quiet for a very long time, and that might just be it because of the Tusk situation and how we handled that. All right, this is good so far. What does Sordland today have to say? Workers' Party leader poisoned. The leader of the Workers' Party of Bludia is rumored to be poisoned by a nerve agent on his way from Dare to Sarna. The attack came after his speech in Dare, when Ejal promised to clean Sordish politics from Solism. According to our sources, he was taken to a local hospital in Sarna, where he lies in a coma. Officials from the police said the investigations are underway to find the attackers. Lackhaven Times reports Lotharberg pulls resources to Kairut and Arcasia. On Wednesday, Mr. Walter Tusk announced the withdrawal of the Lotharberg group out of Sordland. In his statement, Noel Tusk, my father, started the group decades ago, while Sordland was taking its first steps as a republic. Yet, to save his legacy from the venom of Rain's administration, the decision is necessary. Strangely, Mr. Tusk expressed his message not in Sordland, but Arcasia. Our inside man told us the motion started after the group's annual meeting at Hotel Berg, Lothar Village. Oof. Economists expect the departure will cost Sordland's millions of jobs and business. Added to the panic, investors across Sordland are on edge. Some even began their exit, which infuriates the economy even more. That's troubling. Now, hold on a second. Is this the result of everything altogether, or is this preparing us for what's going to happen to the economy? Not sure. I'm not sure. Oh my god, Jazzy B. How dare they do that? Oh my god. The Economist is just broke like our economy. Hey now. Orange is better than red. We'll be fine, we'll be fine, we'll be fine. What does the Radical have to say? Nationalists attempted to assassinate Ejal. WPB record membership number. Good riddance. Alright, let's start with the oldest news up. Good riddance. The top 1% have decided to withdraw their assets and fled to Kairut. The head of the snake, Walter Tusk, declared the Lotharberg group would pull out of Sordland. After 2 decades of exploiting and profiting on the lives of hard-working Sordish people, he decided to abandon them and his own country when things go south. It's a good way to paint him. WPB record membership record membership numbers. According to the numbers released by the Workers' Party of Bludia, there is a massive increase in their membership, breaking a new record for the party. The polls also show that the popularity of the party has reached new heights in Bergia and is expected to finish the first or the second in the region of Bergia. Fethi Ejal said in a public statement, "The Workers' Party is leading a great journey to the Maroon Palace to finally bring about the people's revolution. Those who are at the top may continue ignoring us, but the people will respond to them in the polls." Alright. Just taking a look at chat here real quick, sorry. If I go suddenly quiet. Oh, I see. Going back to licking door handles. Yeah, of course, the first thing to get to doing. Why is the Radical still loving you? It feels so far. Well, I think the Radical just likes some of the... That's the thing. I was surprised when the Radical wasn't on board with us because a lot of the decisions I made would, they seemed the type that would like those decisions. And I guess they just had, predisposed notions against us at the beginning. And they're finally realizing some of our changes are, in favor of the people's what now? Says Ted Knight. No. That's not one to worry about. That will be fine. It'll be fine. Everything will be okay. Yeah, but see, Santkens, that's the ever looping conversation, right? He may be a bad person, but we needed those investments. Well, clearly he doesn't care about the country or the people he employed or any of that stuff. He wasn't just a bad person. He was just exploiting the existing systems. Yeah, we needed his investments, but hopefully we can find something to replace his investments that keep us going, and that we don't have to worry about running away, when things go south. Because his excuse today is us. His excuse tomorrow might have been something else, right? But it just goes to show that he has zero interest in helping his country. No loyalty. Or rather, he has loyalty to the Benjamins. Nationalists attempted to assassinate Ejal. Fethi Ejal was poisoned on his way to Sarna to deliver a campaign speech yesterday. According to the reports, he is hospitalized in critical conditions. The attack is suspected to come from a nationalist organization which had most likely targeted Ejal due to the massive increase in the votes of the Workers' Party of Bludia. This sick attack on Ejal's life is the continuation of the deep-rooted fascism of Sordish political life. Previously was Circus, now it is Ejal. Next it will be all of us, if we allow this to continue. And the Hallsword Post has a lot of opinions to share. Alright, all the way to the bottom here. Rain unbans controversial Bludish party. The Minority Rights Act has been signed into law by President Rain after the approval of the Grand National Assembly by a majority vote on Wednesday, following a 3-hour debate. While the name suggests differently, the main purpose of this act is to normalize, legalize, and even justify the Bludish separatist sentiment. Oh, go jump off a cliff. The act revoked the ban on the Bludish Freedom Party, which was previously closed for their close ties to the militant Bludish Freedom Front, and gives amnesty for previous Bludish political prisoners, who might have been involved with crimes against the Swordish people. The Hallsword Post condemns this decision. Might have been involved. Come on, man. Might have. Sordland's largest military parade ever. President Rain has announced Sordland's largest military parade ever to display the strength of the Swordish armed forces to the world. During the glorious day, tanks will roll, jets will fly, and our soldiers will march. Young and old, Swordish citizens will come together to once again cheer for our soldiers. The parade will send a clear message to our enemies. Beware. President Rain will be joining this parade with a motorcade and a drive through Victory Avenue. I'm gonna get assassinated, aren't we? When a void needs filling, opportunity will be presented to those who are eager to profit. Yeah, investments will come around. I see. Yeah. Radical Rain. I like the vibe there. It's like Richie Rich, except not. Vacuum of power left to grab. Oh wow. Did you read that off the screen and then say what you said in chat? Because that's wow. Yeah, even David was approving of this parade. Yeah. And he is the best whiskey indeed. Rain, I don't know if we'll probably have an option of an armored car, yeah. Vacuum of power left to grab. With the withdrawal of the Lotharbrook group, they left behind a 2 decades worth of vacuum of power, not to mention the wealth they accumulated since the rise of the Republic. It is unpredictable the capability needed to fill that hole. It is for certain that the Rain administration has reached one step higher in power. However, many more millionaires and foreign interests are eyeing that space to dive in. Alright. Kibner condemns President Rain. Of course he does. In a television interview, Kisaro Kibner condemned President Rain for unbanning the Bludish Freedom Party, which he called a separatist political movement with an aim to destroy the Swordish nation. President Rain has just made the worst mistake of his term by revoking the ban on the BFP. We know they are the political wing of the BFF, who are murdering babies in Bergia, said Kibner. Jesus. Babies in Bergia sounds like the name of like an album or a TV show or a movie. Babies in Bergia. It's like the sequel to Baby's Day Out, Babies in Bergia. Kisaro Kibner, by the way, is the leader of the National Front Party. I'm sure I didn't have to clarify that, given his stance, but now you know. Expecting a more negative piece, President Rain doesn't get invited to many parades since the bad weather spoils the party. Oh dear. He rains on the parade. Oh dear. Hey man. Health or every parade has the same goal, doesn't it? What are we up to? Let's go ahead and start over here. Lackhaven. One-on-one interview from Kairut. Lucien Galade organized an interview for the presidency on the internationally renowned One-on-One. The famous journalist, Thomas Sacker, will be asking the questions. The crew of One-on-One and Thomas Sacker will arrive next week in Lackhaven from Kairut. This is going to be interesting. Oh dear. I guess the re-election campaigning has begun in earnest, right? What's up in Conriat? Volkslandian Navy spotted in full force in Helgeland. That is problematic. According to intelligence reports, a Volkslandian Navy gathered in full force around Helgeland, blockading the island. The report warns about a possible violent conflict between Agnolian and Volkslandian forces. Swordish Navy in Conriat is on standby. Oh man, can't fight 2 wars at the same time. It'll be 2 fronts. Natalie, oh lord. I'll probably break them before they get there. I could have sworn I saw... Oh yeah, I did. Agnolia signals standing with Sordland. PM Van Horten said in a statement that Agnolia will stand against the Volkslandian harassment together with Sordland. Whoa, hey! He condemned Chancellor Hegel for trying to dominate the Markian Sea and warned us of a potential war. Oh man, okay. Problems all around. I believe that's all of the notifications. Let's head on over to the Grand Chariot Hotel at Anrica for the election suite at the USPHQ. Oh, it begins. It begins. Here we go, as I say. Here we go, as Jazzy B says, and now I say. Hot damn. I mean, hopefully there's no war, but I think we will have a war on 4 fronts according to Netas. I hope not. Oh man, it's going to be problematic. Yeah, exactly. Don't make it come to that. We don't need war right now. Rally time. This is it. Oh man. Oh man. Time to find out if our reign will continue. The sun was starting to peek through the blinds of my suite in the Grand Chariot Hotel in Anrica. I hadn't slept at all that night. I was too busy thinking about how I would rally my party's conservative base at today's election kickoff. You're not going to, buddy. I was just pulling on my clothes when 2 soft, sharp knocks came at the door. Lucen. Good morning, sir. I told you, Lucen. You're vice president now. Stop calling me sir. Force of habits, Anton. Lucen unclasped his briefcase and took out a small, disc-shaped device. After scanning the room with it, he gave a satisfied nod. I've just received the final results of your investigation into the Old Guard. Well, don't leave me in suspense. Lucen pulled out a folder and opened it. Mrs. Morgana's task force suspected Old Guard members of multiple cases of corruption and lobbying, but when they looked deeper into it, they found something truly shocking. What are you, man? A newspaper from 2019, 2018? What is this clickbait like? You won't believe number 3. Come on, spit it out. The Old Guard, with the tacit approval of Tarkin Saul, directly arranged the assassination of Bernard Serkis. What? Whoa. Ho ho ho. But why? Since you took office, their goal was to protect Sol and his constitution. They needed an event extreme enough to distract you from making reforms. Of course, when that didn't work, they had other ways of impeding you. Who was involved in this? The main conspirator was Lilius Graf. Wow! Holy crap, man! Oh my god, I knew she was up to something, but this is big. This is big. I do want their head spindle. I'm hoping that's still an option. I hope I can arrest them all. Holy hot damn. I knew there was something up with her. I am so glad we didn't give her more power when she was asking for it. And then there are the dozen of assembly members and thousands of government officials who may have been aware of the assassination plot and helped cover it up. Wow, okay. Do we focus on Lilius Graf, or do we try and get rid of every single one of them? See, I feel like Lilius might try and make a move for the presidency as well. I wonder what the time difference is between the two. I feel like we should probably chase them all, right? Because a lot of them would be people... So, okay, here's what I'm thinking, right? Everybody who plotted that assassination, or let it happen and kept it under wraps, is anti-me. And if they're in our party, when the time comes to vote for who's running as, running for president, because first the party chooses a representative, right? Everybody who was involved in one way or another with that plot doesn't like me. And from a purely politically motivated perspective, if we get rid of all of them, that helps my situation, that helps my cause and my case. Also, however, ignoring my own political agenda, they're bad people, and they deserve to be, they deserve justice. Or as I saw earlier, now it's time for skulls for the skull for the skull throne. Yeah, Jesus. Exactly. With I think with only Lilius gone, there's too many people who will happily take that seat. Right? No mercy. Absolutely, Marius. Absolutely. Purge. Kill them all. Order 66. Chase them all. Everyone. Clean. Take out the leaders. I love it. No, I think cleaning the whole administration is going to benefit the country. Take them all. Let's do it. Time to purify, right? Time to purify. For the future of the nation. It's time to rain on their parade. Rain redemption. The rain's purge. We will get rid of every single one that was involved in this plot. That could end up being the largest government purge in Sordland's history. Are you sure? Okay, so either we can get rid of the main conspirator we can touch, don't need to shake up the entire government so close to the election, or yes, the old guard has been a taint on my government for far too long. Yeah. Not just a taint on my government, but just a taint in general as well. Yes. All of them. Wipe them out. All of them. Let's do it. Alright, sir. I'll get to work on it when we return to Hallsword. No, get to work on it now. I don't want them attending this rally either. Now that that's settled, I'll let you prepare for your rally. I almost forgot. The Archpriest of Dare couldn't be present today, but wanted to relay a message of support to you and your family. What did he say? I bless the rains down in Anrica. Oh, come on, man! Are you... God damn it! They couldn't help themselves. They couldn't help themselves, the developers, the writers. They couldn't help themselves. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it. I love it. I bless the rains down in Anrica. You beautiful. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It's beautiful. Oh. Lucien left the room. I finished putting on my tie and reread my notes for the morning speech. BM, perfect timing indeed, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day, man. Hope you're having a good day. That line never gets old. I can imagine. That's good. That's solid. That's AAA S grade writing, man. That's fantastic. Oh, that's fantastic. But yeah, welcome to the stream, BM. Hope you're having a good day, dude. Hope all is well. Pure gold indeed. Man, that was good. That was good. Jazzy B saying, Natalie P, one for your collection, and almost like a call-in response there. Natalie P coming through with a super chat for the pun. Game well done. Oh, that's a nice, that's a good bit of rhyming. I like it. I like it. Thank you very much, Natalie, for that super chat. As you very well know, really helps support the channel, really helps keep these streams sustainable. I appreciate it greatly. Thank you very much. And I gotta love a good rhyme. I like that a lot. Oh man! All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's purge them, right? A few hours later, I was I blessed the rains down in Anrica. That's still on the screen. I can't. A few hours later, I was waiting in the wings of the North Sword Auditorium in Anrica. In the audience were several thousand of my conservative supporters. Oh, okay. Cool. Behind the podium hung a Swordish flag and a giant banner that read, Your land, my land, Sordland. Come on. For a united Sordland? 3 is tempting. Peace, prosperity, and the Swordish way. Victory is close. Ooh, Time to design our, propaganda machine. Yeah, I'm sorry, Seth. Yeah, I gotta stay focused on the purge, not the comedy. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. A migraine. Sorry to hear that, man. I hope you start feeling better real soon. Migraines are devastating. Sorry to hear that, dude. I do hope you feel better ASAP. Oh, I think I gotta go with 3, right? Victory seems like something. So again, it is. These are my conservative supporters, so I should maybe angle it that way. Peace, prosperity, and the Swordish way. I feel like mentioning the Swordish way for a bunch of conservative supporters is a good idea. Victory is close, and the Swordish way seem like proper calls to them. Peace and prosperity is quite an act of faith, or a letter to Santa. Yeah, I wonder about that. I wonder about, yeah, both peace and prosperity, actually. Hell, even the Swordish way. United Sordland, they might have a different opinion on what that means. Victory is close is nice as well, yeah. Ease, that sounds like a good way to keep the laundry clean. I guess they do want a United Sordland. We just have 2 very different definitions of it, I guess. You know what? Screw it. Let's go with this. Your land, my land, Sordland. Taking a risk, maybe. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. I should write this down if I ever decide to run for office. Oh, except it would. Your land, my land, Canada land. It kind of won't work if you don't have a country whose name ends in land. I guess I gotta move. Just Yeah, this game on point today. Everyone cheered as I walked on stage. Though, can we just take a moment? Sorry, can we just take a moment to appreciate how we went from like a teary funeral early today to I Bless the Rains down in Anrica? Like, just... Okay, everyone cheered as I walked on stage. Though Mayor Curtin Lest was now part of the opposition as a member of the NFP, it seemed most of Anrica was still on my side. Good. No, that's a good point, Stan. This might... I don't know, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Listen, everyone's got to enjoy a bit of comedy in the campaigning, right? What's life without whiskey? There's another... It's an emotional theme park, for real. It's not just a roller coaster. We got the merry-go-rounds, or the not-so-merry-go-rounds. God. Lucien gave a short speech introducing me, then it was my turn. I stepped behind the podium and took a deep breath. Ooh. 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 Ooh, okay. Sons and Daughters of Sordland, Brothers and Sisters of the USP. It's either of those options. I feel like calling them the Sons and Daughters of Sordland is a nice kind of country-oriented messaging. But Brothers and Sisters of the USP is party-oriented, and they've proven themselves time and time again to be very party-oriented, but they think that, again, as they do, that they are, you know, it's what's in best interest for the country. So I'm thinking Sons and Daughters of Sordland for that the greater appeal, I suppose. And if this is televised, or otherwise on the radio, be as nationalist as possible. These are conservative people, yeah, and I do need their vote. I do need their vote to at least be in the running for presidency. I feel like Sordland is the way to go there. Sons and Daughters of Sordland. The past 3.5 years have seen our country tested again and again. The past 3.5 years have been the hardest of my life. Wow, okay, way to make it about yourself. Over the past 3.5 years, many enemies have tried to destroy me and this fine country. Feel like focusing on the country first is probably the way to go here. Sons and Daughters of the Belt. You know, one of my favorite words of late has been, I'm probably going to butcher it, but baratna. It's a nice word. It's a nice word. Yeah, the rest are me. My life has been so hard, guys. The past 3.5 years have seen our country tested again and again. Yet I stand before you now, ready to pledge myself to God and Sordland yet again, or yet Sordland has prevailed. Under my administration, we are stronger than ever. Straight up lie to these people. Yet the reign administration stands strong, ready to lead Sordland to greatness once more. I think pledging myself to God and Sordland would be something they like. Hell yeah, John B. Kind of want to read the books. Emphasize the importance of the nation. Yeah, for sure, Sant. Definitely the angle I need to go. I think one is the way to go to appeal to this crowd. Gotta know the audience, right? Oh, I think this is where it becomes about me, Yellowtree. Like, I stand before you now, right? Faribors Masabi, this is Suzerain, a fantastic text-based political RPG where you play as the president of a country that's falling apart when you take it over. You're like the 4th president of the country or something. And you have to deal with like internal politics, external politics, potential of war, terrorism, all sorts of crazy stuff. It's a fantastic game, and I can highly recommend it if you're into that kind of stuff. Fantastic game. At least we'll have a better VP with 4. Yeah, God. I think 1 is the way to lean here. Yet I stand before you now, ready to pledge myself to God and Sordland yet again. With my re-election, I will finish pulling Sordland's economy from the depths of recession. I've begun to fix the disastrous economic decisions of my predecessors. Together we will get the economic crisis under control. Interesting. Yeah, it's fantastic. And if you do want to pick it up, you can actually pick it up at my store, at my game store. !store will pull up the link. You can search it there, and you'll be able to pick it up there and support the channel as you buy it. If you want to. No pressure, of course. But if you want to grab it, then that's one way to do it. Kind of leaning towards 3. There's like that idea of working as a group, and there you have it. That store link coming in from Ease, Natalie, and Jazzy B. There it is. Thank you very much, folks. Partybot dropping it there in chat. I feel like together is the way to go, right? Because it's like it humbles me before them, right? Rain's not got his head in the clouds, as it were. So together, we'll get the economic crisis under control. Under my presidency, we've enjoyed unprecedented harmony. Under my presidency, Swordfish citizens have united like never before. I wish there were more options here. That's also true, Sant, exactly. Making them feel like a part of the picture. Swordish citizens... I feel like saying Swordish citizens will make them happier, just because it says sword in it, right? They're both... Yeah, exactly, Halthor. They're both kind of like not truths. First time here, just watching one of your videos on CK3, ended up here. Nice channel. Peace from Iran. Well, hey, I'm glad you came through. It's kind of funny. I'm just going to mention this because it seems relevant, but our next playthrough for Crusader Kings 3 is actually going to be sort of a Prince of Persia playthrough, so that's going to be a fun time after we finish the Norse one we're doing right now. But hey, glad you found the channel through CK3. Glad you decided to drop by, and I hope you're having a good time, man. Thanks for dropping by. If you're not in our Discord, you should check that out as well. Lots of good CK3 multiplayer action, lots of good chills, lots of good hangouts. Over 3,000 people just chilling, having a good time. Welcome to the party indeed. I mean, the Bloods are finally getting some respect, so this is, yeah, true. So is the countryside, yeah. The protests were pacified, yeah, also true, also true. There's like, again, as I said, it's a not truth. It's a not truth. It's not an outward lie. They have united like never before. Like never before is the key there. I feel like 2 is the way to go, though, yeah, because it mentions Swordish. Yeah, it has like that word in there to trigger their ears, I guess. There's that Discord link in the chat as well, buddy. Under my presidency, Swordish citizens have united like never before. I will continue to defend Sordland against threats, whether internal or external. I will continue to seek retribution from our enemies, both at home and abroad. I will continue to fight for the constitutional reforms Sordland deserves. No, if I mention 3, everything I've done so far in this speech will be thrown out the window, so we're not going to do 3. It's between 1 and 2, and I think 1 is the way to go. Defend Sordland against threats, whether internal or external. Seek retribution from our enemies. I don't know, that doesn't seem as... that seems a little like jingoistic, and maybe they'll like that, but I feel like 1 is more what they would like. So I will continue to defend Sordland against threats, whether internal or external. And I will continue to root out corruption and wrongdoing, even within this very government. I think that'll make a lot of them very uncomfortable. I remain I remain committed to stamping out the corruption that has plagued Swordish politics for far too long. Those are my 2 options. Both of them might make them a little bit uncomfortable. Ease. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I was thinking that as well. At the back of my mind, I was just like, this is where everything Ease suggests is going to be something to pay attention to. Is Suzerain worth the price? I'm not exaggerating. Suzerain is worth more than its price. Legit. It's such a good game. I've had... we're on episode 21. 2 hours apiece, plus a few extra for my birthday stream, which was episode 1. That's 40-plus hours of gameplay. And I haven't seen close to everything. I'm still on my first playthrough. And if you talk to chat or in Discord, there are multiple endings, multiple decisions, multiple ways things can turn out across multiple like pathways, worth more than its price tag. I say that without hesitation. It's a very good game. It's a very good game. What is the end game? A variety of things. There's war brewing, our re-election potentially, if we get re-elected, getting support from the public based on the decisions we made or didn't make over our term. So it's a pretty... the end game is basically trying to stay in control, maintain your presidency, and protect the nation, I guess, from this inevitable war, it seems. Omkar, you headed out? Sounds good, buddy. Thanks for dropping by today. Have yourself a wonderful day, and do enjoy what's left with the VOD. Thanks for coming through, though. Yeah, it's got tons of endings, apparently. Tons of endings. Not just the one. There's not like win versus lose. There's like, it's a gradient of conditions. Oh man, I think we'll go with 2 here. I think we'll go with 2. Only because when I say even within this very government, I feel like people will like look to the guy to their left. You know what I mean? Whereas if I say like it's plagued Swordish politics for far too long, they might be like, yeah, like those damned other parties. I think. No, but Ease. Remember what we just heard about? About these people, about these very people. A lot of them are involved in corruption, so I don't think they want me to root out wrongdoing and corruption within our government, because that targets them. Yeah, it's sort of like Democracy. Yeah. And I have played Papers, Please. What a fun game. And disagreeing with you? Oh, man. Oh, that just makes me think of a geezer pun, though. Oh, damn. I think 1 will upset people. Yeah. I think 1 is dangerous. I think this is a time for 2. I remain committed to stamping out the corruption that has plagued Swordish politics for far too long. Thunderous applause erupted. Yes, thunderous beauty. Where there is thunder, there is rain. I don't know. Sordland has changed, but the USP remains as strong as ever. Some have accused me of straying from the values of the USP. To them, I say I am the USP. Wow. I like it, but I think we're gonna go with 1 over here. Be part of the party. Don't be separate from the party. You know what I mean? Solism is popular. That is true. Do a Papers, Please video. Maybe I'll do like a for a birthday stream or something at some point, or like a chill stream at some point. It is a very fun game. It is a very fun game. 1 is probably the way to go here for sure. I think that's how Liberty died. Thunderous applause. Oh my god. Okay, Sordland has changed, but the USP remains as strong as ever. There's been tremendous progress made. Dude, thunderous applause. Call it there. Thank you. Future President. Reign. Quit while you're ahead. There's been tremendous progress made in this term and more is to come. I promise you there's no way we can lose. I have devoted an unprecedented amount of effort towards making Sordland's economy the best in the world. We will not... Okay, 3 is not an option. I promise you there's no way we can lose. There's been tremendous progress made in this term and more is to come. Oh, this is a tough one between 1 and 2, I think. I think 1 might be the way to go. I feel like 2 people can easily poke holes in. Your popularity is at its lowest, blah, 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 you know. I think the first one is the way to go here. Not for broadcast. I've been curious about that, Jazzy B. I've been curious about that. It's where you're like in charge of like censoring like a broadcast thing, right? And yeah, exactly. I feel like 2 is a little cocksure, and 3 is definitely me all over again. Joshua, recap from where? What have you seen or not seen up to now? Let's go with there has been tremendous progress made in this term and more is to come. I and Vice President Galati shall lead Sordland into a bright new era, or the experience and expertise of Vice President Galati will help guide us into a brilliant future. Give some props to the VP. I don't think... Yeah, I don't know. He might make a power play. He might make a move for himself. I don't think so. I'm thinking I need to involve myself here. It can't be just about our VP. Oh, he'll get props either way, right? Him and I together will lead Sordland into a bright new era. I think we got to go with 1 here. Yeah, he's exactly. Otherwise, it's setting him up for a go, yeah. Lucian is a homie. Yeah. Well, we thought Peter was a homie too, right? I mean, not to the point that we wrote it down because we thought it was a given, but... I and Vice President Galati shall lead Sordland into a bright new era. After all, like we said in chat earlier as well, this is my re-election speech, right? The Conservatives wanted another VP. They probably would have preferred some of the other people as VP for sure, but we have no choice but to speak up about about VP Galati, right? So, I'm gonna include myself in that conversation, though. And not say, yeah, he's just gonna do all the work. Can he really make a move for himself? I mean, he might. That's the thing about this game, is it's like you kind of don't know. We literally just found out moments ago that one of our cabinet ministers is involved in some very shady dealings from the first hour of the game. Like, this game is amazing in that way. Yeah, man, it's honestly, I cannot help but sing its praises. And again, feel free to grab it wherever, but if you do grab it from my store, it does support the channel as well if you feel so inclined. No pressure whatsoever, but again, I've been told I should plug myself more, and so I try to get better at that without being overbearing. But do enjoy it if you pick it up. Jamil Abu Baker, this is Suzerain, a text-based political RPG about being the president of a country that has fallen into disrepair in the past, and you have to pick up the pieces and make it work. There's internal threats, external threats, all kinds of stuff, and it's about crafting a story, and it's multiple paths, multiple endings. It's massive. It's massive. There's that website link and the store link as well. Thank you very much, folks. You can check out the store there and the new website that we dropped 2 weeks ago or so. Yeah, I don't self-plug too much. It makes me feel very, I don't know, conscious. All right. A roar shook the hall. All right. This is good. Okay. We'll form a broad coalition of supporters to make sure morning finally comes. It is time, my fellow swords. A new dawn is upon us, and it begins right here and right now. Oh, which way do we go? Okay, morning shall come, if I recall correctly, is a reference to that one, to Circus's poem, right? It's one of his poems, so I should probably avoid that. I should go with 2. If I recall correctly, I feel like 2 is the way to go also because of my fellow swords. There's that unifying bit to it. I think 2 is the way to go. Screw coalitions. Oh, I don't think it's implying a coalition government, but that's a good point too. They might think I'm talking about a coalition government. I wonder if Gloria has some ties with Lilias and all of this. She's a Speaker of the House. I wouldn't be surprised if Gloria has some connection to the conspiracy. Well, not the conspiracy. Well, I guess it's still a conspiracy, yeah. Not a conspiracy theory, but an actual conspiracy. An actual plot, whichever you want to use. Jazzy B helping me with the self-plugging. He says, like the apologies each month when the Patreon and YouTube memberships get mentioned. Yeah, man, I was like, yeah, you can do, but I'm, hey, I'm going to keep it short. Sorry, just wanted to say if you wanted to help the channel. Yes. Yeah, I can't help myself, but it is greatly appreciated. It is time, my fellow swords. A new dawn is upon us, and it begins right here and right now. It's time to get back on board. The rain train is not the option I'm going with. I'm going with a Mogna West Core, but are you kidding me? Come on, 3 is so good. But no. A Mogna West Core. Look, our banner is already comedic enough, alright? No. A Mogna West Core. The audience enthusiastically finished the saying as streamers shot out of cannons behind me. My re-election campaign had officially begun. I stepped down from the podium and headed home and turned to Monica and said, it's time to get back on the rain train. Save the rain train from Monica. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one thinking it. 3 with a look to Monica and a wink. Yeah, true. Oh my god. Amazing. I love it. Yeah, the devs are watching. Oh my god. Gotta head out, Thomas. Alright, sounds good, buddy. I'll try not to drop dead. Have yourself a wonderful day if you don't come back in time before the stream is done, but have yourself a wonderful time wherever you're headed. Thanks for dropping by, buddy. Oh my god. Which streamers? Yeah. Sparty, Surreal, Havoc, all of them. You got multiple cannons, throw them all up in the air, right? Put that on a t-shirt. That's tempting. I was looking for some Suzerain specific ones. What's life without risks kind of applies to all my games, my approach to everything, but the rain train one. I might seek out permission from Suzerain before I do that. But that's a fun one. From the devs when I say seek out permission from Suzerain. Hey, the economy's looking good. You're right. Yeah, we're bumping up slowly. It's getting up there. We were at 1 at the beginning of this session. We crept up to 3 before that speech. Now we're up to 5. This is good. Here we go. True, I need one of those too. Yo, okay, this is good. Oh, what's going on here? Economy. The Lauren economy stabilizing. The Lauren region is stabilizing its economy thanks to the investments we have made. Oh, thank God. Despite the efforts, the region is struggling to stay afloat. Listen, I'll take what we can get, at least, right? These guys went from red to orange, and that's good. Or yellow, I guess. Yellow ochre. Whatever. That's good. Bergia economy stabilizing. The Bergia region is stabilizing its economy thanks to the investments we have made. Yes, despite the efforts, it's still dealing with racial tensions between the Blutish people and the local swords. So again, to those of you that were asking what this game was about, these are decisions we made, 20, 30 hours ago. Two separate decisions. One made 20 hours ago, one made like 30 hours ago, and they're coming back now
with impacts on how our country's doing and how our economy's doing. Yes, all right, this is good. This is good. Our Minister of Interior is an empty seat. This was what's her face, which I think we'll find out about in the news. Wow, well that is quite the update, isn't it? We need a new Minister of Interior. Hot damn. Yeah, get ready for the war to crash the economy or to boost the economy. Wartime economies are a thing. That's why war can be oh, I dare not, can be good in some ways. The revolution will come short. How do you say will be televised? Will be certified? Oh God, that sounds like certified. Do I have any notification? No. Okay, so it's just the news, the journal for our decisions. Order the arrest of Lilias Graf for her hand in Bernard Circus murder, and the news over here. Let's take a look. Let's start with Lackhaven Time. Yeah, time to get Carl on the seat. That'd be pretty good, actually. He makes a good... I was wondering who should go there. The purge begins. Indeed it does. Indeed it does. Minister of Surge. Yeah, get Surge after the purge. God. Circus assassination organized by Old Guard. Wow, the news is not pulling any punches here. The assassination of Bernard Circus, the inaugural ball event that came to define much of President Rain's administration, has just been revealed to be the result of a plot between the Young Swords and certain individuals in the so-called Old Guard, the long-serving government officials in league with the policies of Colonel Tarkin Sol. The truth about the assassination was revealed following a long-simmering investigation by the anti-corruption police, a new task force helmed by Justice Minister Neil Morgna. Wild to think that we might not have uncovered this had we not allowed the creation of the anti-corruption police. Had we put that money elsewhere, none of this would have happened. Like, holy... Dude, Dan Bob, yes, on point. This revolution will be merchandised? Oh, that's... Dude, that needs to be merch. Oh, okay, hold on. I got some handy papers over here to take notes on. I'm sorry, just give me a moment here, folks. I gotta take some notes here. The revolution will be merchandised, and I'm sure I can merchandised. I can have a conversation with the lady of the house in how to make these things look absolutely glorious, as is her talent. And the other one was time to get back on the rain train, or something to do with the rain train. Time to get, but I'll see rain train if I can arrange something with the devs for that one, because it's a bit more directly kind of referential. Dude. all right, noted down, duly noted. This revolution will be merchandised. Holy crap, Matt. Ease, you were supposed to work over the weekend, but the client signed off the go live today, so no work required. Awesome. But since you committed to working over the weekend, you're still getting paid overtime? Dude, that's amazing. That's amazing. Congratulations. That's something to celebrate. Pop the bubbly, man. That's good. That's good. Oh, man. Dan Mouse. Yeah, no, that's gotta be. That's amazing. That's gotta be. That's gotta be. All right, yeah, okay, so over to the Radical. Start with the older news. Deep State conspiracy revealed. We hate to say we told you so, but we were right all these years. The President's anti-corruption police force has revealed the existence of a vast-ranging conspiracy among the Old Guard, including Interior Minister Lilias Graf and certain members of the Supreme Court. It was this unholy alliance that, together with the Young Swords, plotted the assassination of MP and literary icon Bernard Circus at the beginning of Rain's term. Rumor has it that Tarkin Sol, to whom all involved owe their political popularity, was the ultimate mastermind behind this. We wouldn't be surprised. It's so cool, man. It's such a cool series of events right now. Massive government purge targeting Solists. In what some see as a massive overreaction, President Rain ordered the firing of all government officials associated with Tarkin Sol and the political Old Guard. The purge came after Sol and various high-ranking active government officials were implicated in the assassination of Bernard Circus. While we agree that Solists do not belong in a modern, swordish government, putting such a large number of honest men and women, including those who had nothing to do with the assassination in question, out of their jobs strikes us as the kind of action Sol himself would condone. Alright, there we go, Radicals trying to take some issue with us again. Cool, that's how we know we're doing things properly, right? I just want to check, actually, before we check the last bit of news. Okay, Orso Hawker is still the Chief Justice. I suppose you don't just fire the Chief Justice, right? So we do still have Old Guard members in our Supreme Court. Throwing up those crabs. I think I'm missing a reference there. Magenta Fairy, a wizard is never late. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day. Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Some casualties are acceptable. It is a purge, right? It is a purge. Oh, man. Okay, back to the news here. The Hallsword Post. Upheaval in civilian government. Oh, no, wait. We gotta start with the older news, right? President's wild conspiracy theories validated. Not so wild anymore. Not theories anymore. The president has gone off the rails this time, insisting that Colonel Tarkin Sol fostered a deep state conspiracy among loyal government officers, including Interior Minister Lilius Graf and certain members of the Supreme Court, that ultimately culminated in the assassination of communist Bernard Serkis. Unfortunately, with Justice Minister Nia Morgna fully in league with Rain's scheme, it seems the president may be successful in putting some, if not all, of these figures behind bars. We will keep you updated on this tragic turn of events. Wow. The Hallsword Post is a problem. They are a problem. The government is in chaos as President Rain ordered the largest purge in Swordish history, resulting in the firing of dozens of innocent officials whose only crime was being connected to the Sol administration and the Old Guard. This in response to the dubious allegations that both were involved in the murder of Bernard Serkis, the Inauguration Day crime that has already conclusively been traced to the Young Swords. Rain's actions have led to mass confusion in Hallsword as those who are left scramble to fill the empty positions and cover the duties of the fired workers. We fear the repercussions of our president's catastrophic incompetence will reverberate for years to come. Gotta love the news. That's what you get for not shutting down free press in the early episodes. You're right, Ease. You're right. Should have shut them down, eh? Laggy says, "Hey broski, I found your profile watching Humankind and now I fell in love with your other content. Even though I don't always know what's going on, it's fun to watch." Hey man, thank you very much for the kind words. I'm very, very glad to hear that, and glad you found me. Hope you're having a good time. If you aren't already in our Discord, buddy, make sure you join in. Link will be in the description down below, and if someone throws it up in chat as well, join on in. It's a fantastic place. If you're enjoying some of the stuff on the channel, it'll be great to have you in there and just as a part of the party, if you will. Thanks again for the kind words. I appreciate it greatly. Appreciate it greatly. Ow. I tend to gesticulate when I talk, and I overextended my arm on that one. Ow. Man, time to close down the Hallsword Post? Yeah, definitely. For your next playthrough, try to investigate every other group because everyone has at least a little dirt on them. Okay, that's an interesting thing to know. I mean, it seems like people are interested in a next playthrough, and I'll have to throw a poll out when this one ends. But if people want to see a next playthrough, I think the most popular request so far has been to be a bit more like despotic. So I think that's what we would do for a next playthrough, which might include, searching dirt on everybody else. No, Sant, we're joking. We're joking about events that came up previously. No. I'm kidding. We're not actually going to censor the media. No, not in this playthrough, at least. It's a thing that came up, and Ease was very much like, censor the media, buy them, don't let them speak freely, own them. And then this is just him saying like, see, told you so. All right, briefing on the current economic situation. It's improved, right? It's improved. Yeah, I guess technically this is our ongoing birthday stream, isn't it? It's not turn-based per se, but the events come. It's not real time. I mean, yeah, I guess you would say it's turn-based. You don't necessarily click end turn, but things pop up as in a sequence. It's a hard thing to say, but it's not real time, I guess. Yeah, it's a tough one to answer. But no, it's more turn-based than it's real time. It's turn-based. It's turn-based. There's no end turn button, but it is turn-based. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I had to think through that one. Oh, I gotta play until my birthday? Interesting. Round-based, I guess is the way to put it. Chapter-based. Oh, you know what? Screw it. It is turn-based. I forgot the journal straight up calls it turns. Alright, fine. It's turn-based. But that's not how I would describe turns, but fair enough. Yeah, it is kind of turn-based. Sorry. Despot reformist. Maybe. We could try that. Anyway, we'll discuss that when the time comes, what a next playthrough might be. It is turns. Yeah, my apologies for that really roundabout way for getting to the answer. It just doesn't feel so structured as like turn-based, I guess. But it is, I guess, technically turn-based, yeah. I arrived at the Ministry of Economy and proceeded upstairs. An assistant waiting by the door to the meeting room took my jacket. I opened the door and entered the largest boardroom in the building. Simon was sitting alone with a glass of water and his documents laid out before him. He stood up when I entered and approached me. After a quick handshake, I took a seat. Darren Joseph, how's it going, buddy? Glad you can make it. Dan Bob, I would like to see an Ease playthrough just to see PE be massively conflicted about all the decisions he has to make. It'll certainly be an adventure. It'll certainly be an adventure. Good afternoon, Mr. President. How's it going? I'm pretty swamped with work, barely getting any time with the family. The glee in his voice was barely disguised. Oh dear, he's one of those. A knock was heard on the door, and Lucien entered the room. My most sincere apologies. I was attending to other matters. Oh, Lucien's late? Don't do me like this, Lucien. Don't do me like this. He's never been late. What is he up to? My wife came home drunk last night. Lucien's arriving late to meetings. Listen. Did you start yet? Mr. Vice President. No, not yet. Now that everyone is here, let's begin. As you all know, we're here to review the economic progress we've made over the past term and decide how to proceed. I will brief you quickly on what we have done so far, just as a refresher. Very well, let's hear it. He gathered the documents in the pile in front of him and adjusted his glasses. From the pile, he produced 2 booklets and handed them to us. Our extra focus on the economy has resulted in some small-scale positive growth. The extra resources have been a boon to my ministry. It would be great if we followed up on this focus during our next term. Let's take a deep dive into the details now. Please turn to page 5. I turned to page 5. Let's start off with our economy plan. I'm glad to say that we are on track with our intention for a planned economy. Most of our decisions so far have been pretty consistent. Thank you for your efforts. We need to keep at it, make sure we follow through. I'm happy I've been making the right moves. I mean, 3 is true. But thank you for your efforts, Simon. Give credit where it's due, right? No, I don't think he's going to be a Peter 2.0. I think, yeah, he's trying to win us the election is what's going on. Indeed. Well done. Thank you. You're too kind. Let's move on with the report. If I were to describe what we've done so far, I would say that it is very close to a full command economic system. Please turn to page 16. I turn to page 16, titled Status of Trade and the Effects of Foreign Policy. I'm happy to say that our trade has increased since the beginning of our term. We're on the right path. More trade means a more vibrant economy, which means unbridled economic development. Please turn to page 17. I turn to page 17. In our attempt to repair Sordland's economic system, we have mostly gone against the wishes of big business in favor of the requests of Sordish citizens. This caused us to take on some losses in order to make the people happy. Thankfully, living standards are steadily increasing. We've been receiving fewer and fewer complaints about our welfare systems. Good. A satisfied populace means more votes for the incumbent administration. Exactly. Some of our industries have also been knocked down to their knees by our recent taxations. The demand for these goods has decreased drastically, which led to businesses in these industries being shut down. Some people are calling the government out for infringing on their personal liberty. Apparently, some even filed lawsuits saying the taxes violate their human dignity, as some argued that they need it for mental health treatment. Now, to page 34. I turn to page 34. Our production rate has gone down since the beginning of the term. We're at a low point right now. Then we need to fix it as soon as possible. I need everyone on this next term, or whose fault is that? Someone must be to blame. We had to make some sacrifices and cuts. Yeah, this is a tough one. He's paging us? Oh dear. Yeah, Ren Kiss. But what about the other pages? What else is going on? I'm thinking. What am I thinking? I'm thinking here. We do need to fix it. I just want to make sure that we don't change our policies for next term right now. But I do feel like 2 maybe is the way to go. We did have to make sacrifices and cuts, but we do need to fix this as well. So this is sort of like a, to me, this is more like a laissez-faire kind of a thing to say, whereas this is like an actionable, something to consider moving forward kind of a thing to say. So we need to fix it as soon as possible. I need everyone on this next term. As you wish, sir. I'll note that down. So no conflict from our VP or anything, so it feels like they agree with this. Yeah, Peter was filing those complaints. You taxed my drinks? How dare you? How am I going to recover without it? You're so right. I need it for my mental health. You're so right. You're so right. Moving on to logistics. We have an infrastructure problem, and the economy won't truly flourish unless we solve it. We need to make new roads and improve the existing ones. People and businesses alike have been complaining. Smoother commutes, easier access, and faster delivery times would help everyone out. We're very close to the end. I want to talk about a few numbers. Please turn to page 57. I've prepared a chart. I like a good chart. it looks like our one highway project wasn't enough, which is not surprising. It was just the one highway. We did have other options. There was an airport, I think, or a port we could have built. And then when we decided on the agricultural zone, I don't think we had an infrastructure option, but I thought we did okay, but I guess we didn't do well enough, right? I guess we didn't do well enough. Yeah, page 33 had a lot of the correct choices to win the game. It's a pity we had to skip over that one, eh? I'm glad we at least did the highway, right? Over to page 57. Our inflation rate is currently at 12%, up from 7%, which leaves a lot to be desired. I know, there's a whole 88% to go. Why are we doing so poorly? I know that's not how inflation rate works, please. We weren't able to stop the inflation, but it hasn't gotten out of control yet. Our image won't suffer for this if we're able to redirect the public's attention towards our other accomplishments. The increase is unfortunate, but we'll be able to deal with it during our next term. We should make this a priority. After all, there's nothing more important than the well-being of our citizens. I feel like 2 or 3 is the way to go. We need to take responsibility. I mean, again, Lucian's trying to get us re-elected, right? He's our VP. Oh my god, sorry, well enough. Oh my god, K. Percy. Well enough. Oh my god. Oh my god. Between our allies in the war against Roomberg, I hope we do well enough. Come on. There's so many ways. There's so many ways. Lucian's always on point. He's a homie, man. He's a homie. The puns are irresistible always. I'm thinking. I'm thinking if we pitch this as something, yeah, we'd be able to deal with it our next term. We could maybe use that for us. Sure. The increase is unfortunate, but we'll be able to deal with it during our next term. Agreed. Mr. President, do you have any questions so far? Yeah, what's in all the other pages? I'm hoping I can talk about all of these, but let's start with what is our debt situation. Our debt is at 310 billion Sordish Ren, down from 427 billion Sordish Ren at the beginning of our term. Oh, that's actually good. I was expecting that there'd be hell to pay here, but that's actually legitimately in the... Yeah, okay. We managed to bring it down quite a bit. As a result, international investment has increased along with our government budget. Has it, though? How are we doing with unemployment? The unemployment rate remains steady at 16%. The change is mostly due to our lack of investments and economic planning. And what are our latest numbers on our GDP? Our current GDP is at 314 billion Sordish Ren. Not much more than the 310 billion Sordish Ren we had at the beginning of our term, but it's something. It's something. Daruk, hi, how's it going, buddy? Glad you could drop in. Hope you're having a good day. A good Friday. Weekend coming up. This is not bad. I was expecting a lot worse. As for the latest stats, the economy has remained at a similar level over the last 4 years. True. In short, our economical capacity has not changed much at all. Those are all the questions I had. I mean, I'd rather we be, kind of moving in the right direction rather than moving in the wrong direction. So, we decrease debt. Yeah, exactly. As Ease says there, we decrease debt, so the GDP only marginally going up is still fine, because we're setting ourselves up for success, right? And that's been kind of my wish when I realized that we're probably not getting reelected. I just want to set us up for success as a nation moving forward. So things are looking promising. We have stopped the rot. Don't tempt Nurgle. Those are all the questions I had. Very well. Before we move on, it is important to note that this is not entirely our fault. As you know, the oligarchs have completely withdrawn a considerable amount of financial resources out of Sordland. More importantly, they have struck a critical hit to our economy by doing so, and have increased our need for government borrowing. Maybe we should have listened to some of their requests. Regardless, it is unwise to dwell on past actions. Let's move on to the next topic. I want to quickly highlight our budget expenditure. My numbers indicate that overall we have been fairly balanced in spending our government budget. A balanced approach is good, however. We shouldn't forget that money that is not spent is just pieces of paper. Don't worry, man, we're spending our money. Now, going into the elections and hopefully a second term, we need to decide on the way forward. One thing is clear. We need a bigger budget. We shouldn't start our next term with a budget deficit. What should we do, Mr. President? Any ideas? We could take an international loan from the MFI, which I guess is the World Bank equivalent, for +2 government budget, or nothing comes to my mind right now. We'll have to make do with what we have. We could take an international loan as a, I assume, developing nation. We would get, it would help jumpstart our economy, help jumpstart some investments, help keep us afloat, and then we could pay that loan back. Famous last words, I know. Nat, you gotta go? Sounds good. Thanks for dropping by today. Thanks for dropping those top-tier puns in the super chats as well. Greatly appreciated as always. Have yourself a wonderful rest of the day and weekend if I don't catch you. But I imagine I'll be in the Discord fairly often this weekend. I need some chill vibes after these past couple weeks of madness. But thanks for dropping by. Have yourself a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend. And enjoy the VOD if you're catching it later. Elena Kelly swinging in to say hello. Super busy with school the last week, and this weekend a horse show. Hopefully we'll be able to hop in and stay longer next time. Well, sounds good. Thanks for dropping by. I always appreciate it. And that sounds, well, I hope everything with school went well, and good luck at the horse show. Hope it goes well. That's fun. Should be a good time. What's the replay value, Fireborns? Massive. Huge. Huge. Again, like I was saying earlier, some of the decisions we made literally 30 hours ago are coming up right now. Like, the replayability is through the roof in this game. And you'll often see people in chat saying things like, I've played this game 4 times and I've never seen this. So, yeah. Loans mean bad public opinion, does it? I think we need the loan. Yeah, we should take loans. There is no second term, probably. I think if we take the loan, we might be able to enact something just before, election. Or if we're able to at least point at, look, our budget, yeah, we're in a deficit, but only -1, not -3. You know what I mean? David B, those options have come up in the past, and we did enact luxury taxes and sin taxes. I think we need the loan. We will take an international loan from the MFI. This will pose quite a risk to the reputation of our administration, but it can be done. I'll get right on it after this meeting. I mean, I would like to have been told that before I made the decision, but I think my decision would have stayed the same. I think we can recover from what taking a loan would do. I think, to Simon's point, the people hopefully, the people will understand, like, everything that they're getting, the reason why they're no longer complaining about the welfare situation and all that is because we've been spending money, and we just need a little bit of help to go along, B-Storfer, I've played this game 4 times and I've never seen this. Wait, for real? Or are you just saying that because of what I said? How's it going, buddy? Don't think I caught you earlier in chat, and I apologize if I missed you earlier, but thanks for dropping by today. Alright. Now that that's out of the way, during our first term, we have faced many challenges in the midst of a recession. We have worked hard to fight against the odds, but we couldn't accomplish much. You may have surmised from the data I've given you that we have not yet been able to end the recession. In fact, you'd be correct. But given the quagmire we've inherited, the situation could be much worse. All of the blame falls on your shoulders as the Minister of Economy. You will resign before the next term? No. We have done all we could. Now is the time to look to the future and try to fix our mistakes, or this is all my fault. I made the decisions that led us here. No. I think we've done all we could. Now is the time to look to the future and try to fix our mistakes. I think that's the fair option. Farabors, I would say that question is best posed to some of the folks that have played it already. I think Sant, Jazby, you guys have played it you've played it to completion without, interacting with chat and things like that, I presume. So I defer that question over to you guys. And anybody else in chat who's already played the game to a finish. I'm not sure how many of y'all are, again, have finished the game. Classified, I've played this game 0 times and have not seen this. I did give them free dental. Yeah. 8 to 10 hours on your first playthrough. You must not have deliberated all the family choices like I did. We've done all we could. Yeah, the reason why I'm not equipped to answer that question is because when you stream a game, well, at least like me, who I try to, stay, on top of chat and stuff like that, I know that I'm playing things slower than they could be played, for sure. We've done all we could. Now is the time to look to the future and try to fix our mistakes. The length depends on your decisions. I believe that is still possible, says Lucian with regards to fixing our mistakes. You'll recall that my predecessor, Mr. Vectron, was far from an economic mastermind. Now that I've been given more license to act, everything should run much more smoothly. We will get through this together. That is all for our meeting today. Thank you for coming. The meeting dispersed, I hurried to the cafeteria to get a cup of coffee. And just like that, folks, with a television interview ahead of us next, a bunch of news to look at, and reports from all over the country, as well as a slowly recovering budget and economy, that is where this meeting comes to an end. Gone a little bit over our usual time, and I have to run over to my quote-unquote cafeteria and get a cup of tea, because holy crap, I am feeling it. So folks, this is where we're calling it a session. Ease right off the bat there, dropping that Discord link, knowing full well what's coming, dropping that store link, dropping that website link. Don't hesitate to join the Discord. It's a fantastic community, a great place to hang out, chill, learn about new games, play new games with new people. So if you're not in there already, go ahead and join in. If you want to pick up any games, including Suzerain, you can check out my game store, which is on my website, all linked in the chat right there. Very happy with that website, by the way. The site went up 2 weeks ago. Very happy with how it's come out. Got a lot of plans for it, so very excited to see people, also excited for it. Either way, folks, I hope y'all enjoyed today. Best birthday party in the world. I hope y'all enjoyed today. I hope y'all enjoyed all we got up to. This was a session. Holy crap! The twists and turns. M. Night Shyamalan is writing a script right now. That was wild. I did not see that coming. I saw something coming, not that at all. So that was wild. This was a good session. If you had a good time, make sure you hit that like button on your way out, whether you're watching live or the VOD. Again, it makes a big difference. Jazzy B, to answer your question, I am indeed posting Humankind tomorrow. That is the plan. One episode every Saturday. Think of it like a TV show kind of a thing, once a week. If people want more, I'll try and fiddle with my schedule. But yes, Humankind is coming tomorrow. And as far as streaming is concerned, sorry, I should talk a little bit about my plans here. So Humankind is coming tomorrow. I have another video that I need to edit to release for tomorrow as well, which is what I'll be working on. But I am legit. I'm surprised I made it through the 2 hours today. I'm feeling so sleepy. I'm a little worried that we're not going to get Planet Zoo tomorrow again. But Sunday we should be back on our regular schedule. I apologize for the disrupted schedule over these last over the last however long, folks. Again, it pains me to do it, but it's been a crazy couple of weeks again, and I did not expect this level of drowsiness. So there might not be Planet Zoo tomorrow, but there will be Humankind and this edited video that's coming out tomorrow, both of them. So keep your eyes peeled for those, and Sunday onwards, hopefully we're back with Bannerlord and Workers and Resources, and then back to our regular schedule, which means on Monday we're back with Crusader Kings 3, on Tuesday we are back with Phantom Brigade, and then on Friday again next week, we're back with more Suzerain. All 10 a.m. Eastern Time, the usual time as always. Folks, again, thank you for your patience with all that. It is greatly appreciated. Words cannot express how appreciated it is. You know what else is appreciated? Your support for coming through and watching, coming in with the super chats, and of course, for supporting as channel members and patrons over the course of the many years, month over month. I appreciate it greatly, folks. Again, y'all keep this channel alive and running smoothly. Wouldn't be possible without all of y'all who've come through to support, come through and watch. Again, whether live or VODs, it is greatly appreciated. It is greatly appreciated. As long as it's Warhammer 3 videos, I'm okay. Duly noted, Ease. Duly noted. Don't forget to drop a like on your way out, says Spindle. Exactly, folks. Again, it really helps me make decisions and just know what people like on the channel, what I should change, how I should adjust things. Great stream, says Halthor. Have a great weekend, all. Mini golf, dinner, and drinks with the lads for me now. Oh, that sounds like a fantastic time, Halthor. Have fun with that. Have fun with that. You like the new end card, BM? I'm glad to hear it. I hemmed and hawed over it for so long. I was like, this needs to be good. And the number of versions that are on the cutting room floor, so to speak. Whew, I'm really happy with it. I'm glad to see people like the end card. I'm glad to hear it. You got it, Elo Tree. I will definitely take care of myself for sure. Hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of your Friday. I hope you have a beautiful weekend ahead of you. And I can't wait to catch you in the Discord after what I hope will just be a short power nap, but I might get knocked out over here, folks. Have yourselves a wonderful time. Until I catch you, cheers.